Hey everybody, Marjan here from Firefly Craft. We're here back today with another fun tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about how to place HTV decals on your t-shirts. Lots of people get nervous about how big to make their decals and how far down to put them and how to center them. And we're going to answer all of those questions today. So come on along, let's head to the craft room. So the very first thing you need to think about when you're doing a front-facing decal is how wide your decal should be. And we're not going to talk about height, we're only going to talk about width. So for someone who is between sizes small to large, you're probably going to want a 9 to 10 inch decal. And if you want more information on different sizes, we will have links down below to some really cool charts that we've made for you about all of this. So you don't have to remember any of it, just go to see the charts after we've talked about it. So my decal is about 10 inches wide, and that's going to be great for my size. And then the next thing you need to think about is how to center it, because we want to just center the decal. And you could just, kind of look from your tag and go down. But if you want to be more certain about it, you can take your shirt and fold it in half like this, get it really nice and folded. Press a line. So I would just pull my press down and press till I got a line here in the middle of my shirt. I happen to be a little more free-handed on that, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with the line of my tag and trust that tag. To find the middle of my decal, I'm going to fold it like this so the edges of the top and the bottom vinyl are lined up, and then I'm going to crease it. Now the reason you want to do it this direction rather than this way is because you don't want the sticky backing to pull up the vinyl that's on there. So with your decal the right side up, fold it together after you line your edges up, fold it together, make yourself a nice crease. Then you can line that up. I'm lining it up with my tag, but you can also line it up with a fold in your shirt. Now, the next thing is to know how far down to bring our decal from the neckline. And of course, that depends on your neckline, but we have a pretty good rule of thumb for someone my size to go down 3 to 3.5 inches. And again, you could pull out a ruler and stick it on there and see, but I'm just gonna tell you that if you pull out your cut mat, you can kind of see how wide your fingers are. So my 3 fingers together like this are 2 inches, so that's not quite enough. If I do all 4 fingers together like this, then we're almost at 3 inches, so I'm just going to go a little bigger than my 4 fingers. That's how technical I am about it. And I want the top of the decal to kind of line up with that, okay? Pull this up a little further into my press, and then we're ready to press. Oh, and it looks like our heat press was so helpful and pulled off our clear carrier for us. It was ready. It was finished. So that's the first type of placement. The next type of placement we're going to talk about is pocket placement. So this is also on the front of your shirt. And this shirt's going to be a little tricky because it's a V-neck. I would not normally pick a V-neck, but that was the next project I had in line. So because of that, you guys get to see this. So when you're placing a pocket decal, you want it to be between 3 and 4 inches wide. And this shirt that we're making is for a Harry Potter fan. And so you're going to draw 2 imaginary lines. Here, one from the bottom of the sleeve seam. Draw it this way, and the other, oh, you can't see that very well. Pull this down a little bit. So from the bottom of the sleeve seam to the edge of the neck seam. Oh, that is really tricky. You're just going to have to trust me, I guess, that that's where I'm drawing to. Okay. We're going to meet about here, so I'm going to put the center of my decal here. And that's how you press that one. Really simple, just drawing those 2 lines. And again, if you want to be precise, you could grab a couple rulers, set it in there, but I just like to be a little bit artistic about it. Now the next one is a back placement. And a back placement is going to be similar to a front placement in that we're going to be measuring from the neckline and trying to get on center. Now that I can't see my tag, I'm gonna have to try a little harder on finding where the center is. So I can actually see the tag right here, and so it's easy for me to do that. But if I was to be a little nervous, I can press my shirt. I'm lining up the edges of the neckline, lining up the edges of the sleeves. So make sure everything's nice and tidy here. I'll go ahead and press that for just a sec. And then you can see when we open this back up, got a nice line there that we can line up on. So that will help if you're feeling nervous. Now when we're in the back for a small to large shirt, we're going to be coming down 4 to 5 inches. So it's quite a bit further down. Well, maybe quite a bit. It's a little bit of a exaggeration. So I'm going to pull out my trusty hand guide here. And we've got 4 inches if I come, this knuckle to this side of my hand. So I can place that. We're continuing our Harry Potter theme here. Place it down lower than my thumb. And that's how you do a back placement. I hope that was really helpful for you, and that from here on out there'll be a lot less guesswork in how big to make your decals and where to place them on the shirt. If you'll go down below and click on the link, you'll be able to get all those charts that I mentioned. They have the sizes from infant all the way through adult, so it should make it so easy for you if you just print those out and put them by your cutting machine or your heat press, and you have them and you won't have to be wondering what size to cut or where to place them. So happy crafting, everybody, and send me a picture of your next project.